Welcome back to the mini project. In this episode, we're hoping to get it moving. So last time we got the engine fired up and running. This time we're going to try and get it back on the ground. We need to sort out the carb. We need to put in the choke cable and the accelerator cable. We need to sort out this mess of a wire in here. We need to strip some of the loom back, sort it out so we can actually attach this to the body, sort out some earth cables so we're not having to use those big DAC cables, and then put the clutch in, obviously new for this car, so lots to do. Oh, and then obviously put the wheels back on. Lots to do, so let's get cracking. So first off, we need to install this little clip and around onto there, and then that just...
Oh snap! Yeah, like it.
Yeah, do you? I think it's...
Well, it feels like it was meant to do that. It's terrible, but...
So now we need to attach that to there. Flip back on. Now we just need to attach it to the actual carburetor. Bolt for the cable.
We need to hold that.
Just going to test it. Yep. Route the accelerator cable. Got to take this fetching yellow cable out.
So I need to unclip that. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh yeah, that's kind of easy.
Oh, that was good. So, hit a roadblock. I've bought the wrong accelerator cable. I bought one that is for a Metro engine and accelerator, whereas we need one that is just a later 1990 onwards Mini, just because of the way it goes into the bulkhead and attaches at the HIF 44 car. Annoying, but we'll just crack on regardless. We've got the choke wired up, so that's all good. I just need to order that part, put onto the electrics. So what we need to do here is go through and just label up the cables so we're not having to repeat our work. And then we need to strip back some of this loom just to make sure we can actually route it better, because of the way the automatic engine had the cables run. The solenoid is pulled all the way here, so we just need to unwrap this and reroute these cables so this solenoid can end up on this point down here instead. Old next to new. A bit beefier the new one.
Yeah, try to
Attached nicely. So we've come to attach the battery or lead from the batteries to the top, and we've just got so much slack. I think we're looking to buying a new one, just because it probably needs probably could do with being replaced, but for now we're just going to pull some slack into the boot. That is not helpful, so we're just going to undo all the brackets along and pull it into the boot. Right, we just need to extend these two brown leads as they won't reach from the alternator all the way to the solenoid. We've extracted the piece, cut it up, and now we're just going to extend them. Quickly rewired it, and now we just need to decide how to run it. So wrap all these together and just tidy this rat's nest up a little. Tidier, and the solenoid is mounted, and we've got an earth lead. Extended the wire just by pulling through the slack, and now we've got a fresh end to put on it. We're just making a new earth for the engine, and we're going to go off this little inspection window down here and then run it up to the group of earths up here. That's handy tool, isn't it? We're now going to put the drive shafts back in just to see.
Let's just
There we go. That's in. Well, that went surprisingly easily. We do have new drive shaft boots and gaiters and what they're called, the pot gaiters as well, but we'll do them another day. We just kind of want this on the ground. So although everything isn't quite achieved today, we need to order a new accelerator cable. Couldn't quite finish the battery cable because we need a new live fitting. We thought, well, we need to get it back on the ground just so we can move it about. So we've put the hubs back on, and now we're just putting the wheels on, and then we should be able to drop it back on the ground for the first time in about a year and a half, 2 years.
Down.
It's down.
Lives.
What did you think about that then? Good day's work.
Going.
Whew. Amazing. So,
We need to adjust his hand back.
oh, I know we need to retrack it, but it's all finger tight for now. At least you can move it about. Another successful day on the Mini. Managed to get the choke cable done, rerouted the electrics, got the solenoid mounted, got some earth straps in, shortened the live lead, and yeah, now got it back on the ground. Need to order the correct accelerator cable, a new terminal end for the battery, and some bits and bobs, and then hopefully next part, we'll get it moving. But a successful day. Back on the Mini again today, and hoping to get it rolling. Ambitious again, but it's always good to have lofty goals. So today we've got the parts for the accelerator, so we can hook that up and finally get that ready. Then we've got a new positive terminal end, so we can actually shorten the battery strap finally from the battery to the engine and get that hooked up. And then we've got a new earth for the battery as well, because the one we've got is a bit crap and it's completely rounded off the bolt, so you actually can't get it tight, so that could be one of our issues at the starting as well. And finally we'll have to put the clutch together, got all the parts for that, so that should be smooth sailing, and then we should be able to give it a little test drive. Back. Let's get access to the bolt. Because I don't think now a nice new, much nicer than that little piece of crap with the rounded off nut. New posi lead. I'm going to adjust the location of the wire. Now it's time to run the accelerator cable. Hopefully the right one this time. In there, that clicks in. And it goes under here. And then it needs to go into, let me just film this. This little receiver here, and that gets tightened down. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it goes into the firewall all the way back there. The pedal there, and then it sits on the top there. So that is now tightened down. We ended up having to take this out and thread it through from the firewall side to get it through. But if I press the accelerator down now, it's not a very nice feeling accelerator, I've got to say. With that done, now we're going to attempt to put the clutch in. Nice new parts. Time to mock up the banjo. I don't think it matters which side, does it? These are both the same. And then these are both the same. Aha. Well, there's an issue.
Banjo don't fit.
Banjo don't fit. Okay. Thwarted again by trying to mesh a Metro with a Mini. The slave cylinder has a bigger metric fitting, which means our banjo fitting won't work for this. So I need to order a Mini specific slave cylinder with the right fitting. We're going to try and hook the pedal up and get all the master cylinder side of it done, but annoyingly won't be able to drive it again today. But literally, once, hopefully we're going to have it by the end of the day, that next time just put the slave cylinder in, hook it up, bleed it, and done. But that is not today. Annoying, but that's what happens when you're trying to meld two different eras together, I think. It's also just like with Minis, they ran for so long, it's always going to be a bit of a hodgepodge of like people fixing it over the years with different eras of parts. You're going to find little bits like this, but it's all part of the fun. Well, that job was a nightmare to do, but the actual pedal is connected up to master. Now we've just got to bolt it down. Master cylinder on. It's got an accelerator and a clutch pedal for the first time. Back on the Mini project again, a couple of weeks later, but we have the slave cylinder. Now let's get it installed and see if we can get driving.
Going to be a nightmare for you.
Probably. Already pre-installed my banjo, which is the recommended mod, just so it eliminates the flexi hose and solid pipe. So I need to undo this, which we installed the other week, the mounting plate. So it's just a bit stiff, it's probably because it's never been used before. But push that in and bolt it up. So that's tightened up. Now I need to just put this in. Crush washer. That looks alright, doesn't it? It doesn't look too kinked. Just nip it.
Yeah, I'll give it a pretty blood in it, but not overdoing it. Or you...
Just down, that's the Verto with the banjo. Down to the new slave cylinder.
Yeah.
Right, time to bleed it. I mean, has it got a max? Oh, right, that must be the front then, because it's got a max line.
Until it gets the spring of the clutch to push it back.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean. We'll join this back up when we've got a clutch pedal. We're going to try and actually move it. Have you got did you get a second peg? No? Just because it'll only idle like really high, so we do need to tweak the carb, but for the moment, peg tuning, clutch in. It works. Also, yeah, it's turnkey. Granted, we definitely need to tune the carb, but oh my god, turnkey, and it moves. It went forwards. It went reverse. It's a bit. I forgot. I was like pressing the brake, and I was like, oh shit, there's no brakes.
That's one of the downsides.
At the moment, it's only idling really high.
Yeah, I can see it moving there.
So,
I wonder if you've got a blocked jet or something.
I mean, we haven't taken this carb apart. It has been sat for a while. So this is part of the fun. We're a little bit lost in the weeds with the idle speed, but we think just because we're getting distracted by the noise, we need to figure out what it's actually idling at so we can set the idle speed. I think we're just like, oh, it's so noisy, it must be idling too high. But we've got no tacho, so we're just trying to trace the wires back to the tachometer, which was unplugged when we were doing the steering column. So we've just got to figure out the wiring for the tachometer so we can see what the idle speed is in reality, disregarding the noise factor, which is quite loud, hence wearing earmuffs.
Is it white and black?
Yeah.
Can't you just touch it to the bottom of the base of the post?
Okay, yeah, try that.
Yeah, that's it.
Which one is it?
That one.
What about the other one?
What other one?
The other white and black that's just dangling. So I think that's what's caused our confusion, is they're both, one wire obviously gets bodged into two at some point, but I don't know why that's a thing. But potentially if we then put, that white and black goes from the tachometer onto the coil.
Yeah, one of them.
So, well, if they both go to the coil, if we just use this, what is it, this one, we can just put it straight on now and test it. Hypothetically, we should have tacho. Hey!
Back a bit.
What?
Want to dial it up and down a bit?
Yeah, try it. And there we go. It is rolling under its own power. The gearbox works, the clutch works, the engine pulls. Like, it feels instantly 10 times more alive than the automatic gearbox ever felt. Like, this is, for me, the true joy of a Mini, the instant go-kart handling feel. Just driving it up and down there, it just spurs me on to try and get this project done, so I can drive it loads next summer. Yeah, I'm just dead happy with that. The fact that I got this Metro out, the engine out of a Metro, and then made it work in the Mini. There's still obviously a long way to go for the project, but I'm so excited for what's to come. I think next time we might try and get some brakes on it, so I literally at least drive it up and down, see if the engine works in every gear. So I've just tried first and reverse then, but also getting exhaust on so we don't have to wear earmuffs. But as you've seen, like, already we've managed to get it idle better. The accelerator spring does seem to be getting stuck, so that probably just needs a clean. I've not even stripped down this carb. I might leave it for the moment as it seems to be running and just crack on with other little bits in the project. And when I was driving back, Dad said you could see the wheels were going every which way, so obviously all the bushes must be shot. I was going to rebuild the suspension anyway, but that might have to bump up the list. All in all though, very happy that it's actually driving under its own steam. Yeah, so if you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe if you want to see the rest of the journey. Next time, brakes, getting them working. I'm sure, like everything, I'll get them working to a point and that will let me know how much I need to overhaul them. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.